everybody. This is Bonnie from the Crafty Connoisseur. Welcome to my channel. Get a drink and sit back and relax. I have some things to show you. Today is Floss Hue number 14. It's Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. The temperature today here in Chattanooga is 76 degrees. We're expecting the highs of 89. And the humidity will be 44%, which is pretty low for us, but still it's humidity. And it makes it feel so much hotter. So I choose to stay inside. So if you would like to email me, my email is mamaofmjbm@yahoo.com. And if I'm a little slow today on thinking, it's one of those days. I've been busy for the last couple of days going to doctor's appointments, and we'll talk about that later. Also, I am on Instagram, and it is mamaofmjbm. And I also have a new TikTok, and we'll talk about that later in my notes. So let's get on to the potential happy dances, which are my PhDs. I've had 2 finishes so far this month, and the first one is Lady Liberty. Let me get that out. Well, before I show you her, I was going to show you one. I'm trying to fully finish these so that I can have them up for the 4th of July, but this is this one. And I know it came out of a magazine, and I did my own colors. And so I've got to fully finish that one. I think I'm going to make it into a pillow. I think I'm going to make all of these into a pillow. I have thought of making them into a flat fold and put magnets on the back, because I bought some things from Hobby Lobby that were 75% off. But I'm not sure. But I think that one for sure is going to be a pillow. Okay, so here is Lady Liberty, and I got her done. Uncle Sam, Lady Liberty by Brooks Brooks, and I think she just calls them Liberty, but it was a free pattern. And I put Kreinik in his hair and Kreinik on the little sparklers. And there's Kreinik around her lamp, Liberty's lamp, and in her hair, and in her tablet. And then this L took me forever. And then there's Kreinik on this thing here, and then Kreinik here. So yeah, there she is, finished. Not fully finished yet. Thinking of making her into a flat fold and then put magnets on the back. Him and her. So let's see here. I finished her on January 7th, and I put in a total of 942 stitches for the first week in June to finish her up. So there she is. I also had a second finish, and that was July by Hands On Designs. And if I had thought about it, I would make July a different color, but I did make this a different color. I put blue Kreinik in Liberty. And then I did red, white, and blue here. They wanted all white stars, but that wasn't going to work. And if I had thought about it, I would have put Kreinik on the smoke coming out. And I also would have made his buckles a different color, because they match too well with this box. But I like it. All in all, I like it. It was a lot of fun, and I'm going to be starting to work on August. So I want to get all of these done, all 12. Okay, so those were my finishes this month. On July, I got 524 stitches to finish it up, and that was a lot of fun. And I got July done last night, July 11th. I mean, June 11th. I'm sorry. June 11th, I got that finally finished. I started in May and I got it done in June. So, that was my daily stitch. I had upped it to 60 stitches because 50 just wasn't enough. And so I upped it to 60 stitches and I got done pretty quick. Also, I will be, my secret stitch for the Crazy Woman Stitch Retreat will now become my daily stitch. So I'll be putting 60 stitches in that. And when I'm done, I might show it to you. I'm not sure. But I got a total of 200 stitches in that. And then all this week I've been working on this one. It's called The Sea. And it's not by Tiny Modernist. I think it's by Little Fox Designs, I do believe. And so I've got a coral here. Well, let me just show you the picture so that we know what it should look like when I'm done with it. So I've got the coral and I've got a fish down here. No, yeah, a fish down here and a crab. And then a couple of bubbles and I'll be finished. So I'm really looking to have this finished by today or tomorrow. I got this little anchor too. So I've done a little different coloring, but that's okay. I like it. So here it is so far. And that's my stitch for this week. Little Fox Designs. Yes, that's what it's from. Okay. And then next week I'll be working on I don't think I'll finish this one. I really don't. But I'm gonna work hard on it. And it is Spring by Spring at Hopper and Hollow by the Carriage House Stitches. That's what it's going to look like. And this is where I'm at. I'm really hoping to finish this brickwork here. I finished all of the window casements, the wood pieces in the window. So now I've got to fill in with the bricks. And hopefully, let's see here, I've got a squirrel to go right here. And I've got another bird to go right by the squirrel. And then in this block here, it says the winter is past. So I've got a couple of, like there's a leaf that's supposed to go right here. You can see like a branch, and there's going to be a bee in here. So yeah, I don't think I'll have that finished, but I'm really hoping to get close to a finish. I've been working on this since January of 2023, off and on, not the whole time, but off and on. So I'm hoping that that's one of my closest to a finish. Remember, I've been working on closest to a finish this month, and I think I want to continue to do that. So this one is April showers, but I didn't put April in there. I'm supposed to go up here and showers are going to go down here, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to finish it right here. And I'll show you a picture of that. What it should look like. When you put my board down, it gets heavy after a while. And this is what it's supposed to look like. So all I have to do is finish the boot, and I think there's a little bit of blue underneath here. But that should be done. Hopefully, that should be done. So we'll finish the rest of the boot and that. And I started this May of 2023. So I really would like to have this done, and it was a freebie. Forgot by who. I don't remember who did that. So that's what that looks like. And those will be my June. And then they will, if I haven't finished them, they will still be on the board, and I'll spin with my tiny decision maker, and it will spin and I will see which one comes up next. I'm really hoping April will be done, and then I could put 3 more in place of those, closest to a finish. Okay, I thought I would show you some of my other finishes. Oh, so I put 470 stitches in the C, and so altogether so far this month I've gotten 2,136 stitches, and so I'm going to work on the C until Friday and hope for a finish. And then I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to have a daily stitch, and that'll be my secret stitch for the Crazy Woman Stitch Retreat. And then I'm going to work on spring for a week, spring at Hawthorne Hollow, the first block. And then on the 29th, I'll be working on Memorial Park. I don't think I brought that with me. In fact, I know I didn't. And so remember, that was my leap year start. So every 29th of the month, I put as many stitches as I want in that one. I'm going to continue to work on my mitered corners. I did find a YouTube video that was very informative, and hopefully that'll help me out. And I really want to make all those that I finished into fully finishes by working on either going to do a flat fold or I'm going to do pillow. I have a dough bowl that I bought, and I want to put some pillows in there. Hopefully the dogs won't get into them. Hopefully they won't think they're chew toys. They're going to get in trouble if they do. Real big trouble. So let's look at some finishes that I did over the years. Let me bring my box over here. I'll move this stuff over here. Oh, I did want to show you my project details. So this is what I finished so far this year. I finished Uncle Sam and Lady Liberty. And here's my paper. It gives all the details. And then I did finish Santa and Rudolph, and that was on March 30th. And I've already showed these. I also finished Snow on in March. And this is what it looked like. Oh, and Santa and Rudolph look like this. If you recall, you can go back on my other videos and see. I did finish 'Tis the Season. I finished that on in January. And here is I need to fully finish these up because I was doing them. I've been doing Christmas all year until May, and then I decided to do something different. I did finish Just Married for my daughter and son-in-law, and that was in April. I finally finished it, and here's what it looked like, if you recall. And like I said, you can see all this. And then the last one I finished was the C. No, I haven't finished it, but I'm hoping for a finish. So hopefully I'll finish that. So I was going to show you some of my past stitching that I did. And then we'll get into my acquisitions. But this is one I did. Probably I finished it, I don't know, 2022, 2021 is Bloom. It had the little thing. My daughter dyed this. I think it looks really pretty. But we finished that one. And then the next one I did was by the Cross-Eyed Cricket. And I love this little elf. I need to do all of them. But this is what it looks like. And this is a little pool toy that bounces. I know I got him done in November 2022. And then here's one. It's a little snowman. It's just a little guy. He's cute. I'm going to make him into an ornament. I think I'm going to put him in one of those see-through Christmas bulbs and put that staticky stuff that makes it look like snow in there. And then last May, I finished up January. I hope I can get this on here. Hopefully I can. And hopefully you'll be able to see it. But I want to finish all of these. I was starting on winter, but I really need to finish up these because I have a perpetual calendar and I'm going to put these on there. But here's my January and the cross-eyed cricket. Hopefully you can see that. I'm hoping to put another one on here on this material. So I will have that finished. And then one of my last ones I was going to show you, this is by the Soda Stitcher. And I love these cats. She has a whole series of this. But it says Halloween by the Soda Stitcher. Don't you love that one? I do. I'm going to make that into a pillow. Flat fold. I'm not sure. But I loved it. It was so fun to work on. It was not hard at all. So those are my finishes, some of my finishes. Let me put that up here. Okay. Now let's look at some acquisitions. So, I'm going to show you what I got this month. So I was watching Helen D and she was showing finishes and she was showing that she had made her own border, to put on the, I don't know what to call it, hoarding. And this was the tool that she made. So I went ahead and bought it. And I've got so much floss that I'm going to take my CXC that I'm not using or I've cut too short and I'm going to make cording with it. And I think it's going to be really pretty. So I plan on using that really soon. And it says it is a custom quarter, is a handheld tool that twists together 2 or more threads to create cording, piping, and trim. Allows you to choose custom colors to match your project, decor, garment, theme, or team. Use completed trims to finish stitchery like ornaments, stockings, stand-ups, and pillows. Embellish clothing, create purse straps, make friendship bracelet, design headbands, and more. So I'm excited to try this. Haven't tried it yet, but I hope to use that real soon to finish up those. I'm gonna make those into pillows and flat folds. Also, I got some new hoops. I have gotten these hoops in the past and have had no problems, but we went to tighten them down and one just cracked. It just broke. So these are the ones I got. And I was watching a guy, and I don't know his name or anything like that. I wish I did. I should have wrote it down while I was watching him. But he was showing how to put these with, where you make a well with your cross stitch. Which one did I do that with? I think I did that one. Yes. I'm doing that one with the C. So you make it into a well. So it's deep. Instead of putting it on top, you put it in backwards. And you set it down like this. And then you put your finish. You put your hoop, your bottom hoop. And then you put the finish, the front of it down. And then you put this on top. And then you take a Phillips screwdriver and you screw it down. And I never realized that. I was trying to do it with my fingers and it hurt so bad because my hands are weak. But yeah, you do it with a Phillips and you do it until it's tight. And I knew this one was going to be short, so I went ahead and basted this material on the side. So it would be, and we made it really tight. And so that's what I got here. But one of them broke when we were tightening it with the Phillips head. So there it is. There's what it looks like when you tighten it down with your Phillips. And that's one of my favorite tools is my, I have I should have brought it in here, but I didn't. I have a screwdriver, and it has like all kinds of different heads to go on it. And so it has a Phillips head. It has two different sizes of Phillips head. And then, of course, the Nerge hoop, which I love the Nerge hoops. I use them for my punch needle, but my husband David made a thing that has a pipe, and it's got a thing to hold the wing nut, and you tighten it with that. And I've seen, I don't remember her name. I've talked about her before, where she does her favorite tools for cross stitching. And I guess you could buy one of these off of a website like 123 Stitch or something. But she said if your husband's handy, you can make one. And so David made me one, and it does tighten it, and I really like it. So there's that. That was my acquisitions this month. Wasn't a lot. Also, I was going to show you this. My husband made these for my birthday, and I've been meaning to show these, and I forgot. So he took, these are for my Mill Hill kit, so I can start doing them. So he just took two things and put magnets in there, and that's an easy way to do it instead of having to buy them. They're very expensive. And then on the inside, these are the little magnets he put on the inside to hold it in place. And then it just snaps together. So he made me this one, and then he made this one, and I just love it because he put his own stickers on there. So I could put a bigger one. Isn't that cute? He came up with those stickers on his own. I thought that was adorable. So speaking of Mill Hill kits, these are not Mill Hill kits. I found them at a secondhand store, but it came with everything, and they're called Bee Doodles. And I thought they were so pretty. And they were only $1. And like I said, it came with everything. So I'm going to try my hand at it. I've got a lot of plans. And let's see here. Did I get another one? Yes. Now this one is by Mill Hill. It's called Jeweled Hearts. It's $1. And it came with everything. I'm going to see if he can make me a real small frame so I can work on it. But I liked it. And it's supposed to be a pin, but I don't think I'm going to make it into a pin. And then I was going to show you a couple of charts that I found. I thought I'd show you every month or every 2 weeks a couple of charts that I found. Remember, I found these at the secondhand store. I don't know why that's wet. I don't know why that's wet. I must have something wet in there. But anyways, it's called Words of Inspiration by Stony Creek Collection. And I really like this pillow here. It says Believe. Got to figure out what's wet in there. And then here's one for Faith. Here's Believe Again. And Faith, Joy, and Love. Just thought these were really pretty. And Dream. That says Dream right there. See if they have any pictures in here that you can look at without showing the pattern. Nope. So there's that one. And then this is called Joe Sonia's Pounded Designs. And I thought it was really cute. I'm not going to try to. I thought these deer were really cute. I kind of like the frogs a little bit. Something different. I love this. Thought that would be really pretty. And then they also have these charts in there. So we've got that and swans. Of course, the frogs. Here she is with her ducks, and here he is with his pigs. So I thought it was really cute. Here's a close-up. It says an egg a day the hen must lay to keep the stew pot far away. So if you're not laying eggs, get in the stew pot. And then let's see what else here. See if we can find another picture. I guess that deer is supposed to be a table runner. I'm not seeing anything else here. I hesitated on this because I don't like colored charts. But it says, bless this house. Here's the frogs. Kind of funny. You probably could do just one. Let's see if they have the... So here's the lady that designed them. I'm sure she's passed away by now. There's an old book. But I think that's it in here. Everything else is like a colored chart. I really don't want to show that. I was hoping they had a close-up picture of the deer. That doesn't look like they do. But I thought it was really pretty. Those were really pretty. So there's those. Okay. Remember, I was doing that July, and I want to do all 12 months on the same color material. So there was a lady that I asked a question in one of the groups, cross stitch groups, and a lady figured it out for me. So here's the material, and I'm going to take this material. So here's the material. I have it all folded up. And I'm going to take this material. I'm going to do 7 by 7. I'm going to put these on here and cut them out 7 by 7. And then I'm going to serge around the edges. So I have all the same color. So that was really sweet of her to do that for me, because I wasn't sure how to figure all that out. So that really helped out a lot. So I will be getting that cut out probably today after I'm done with this, because today is my only free day until Saturday. I had an appointment on Monday. The inner stem that I had put in to help with my bladder, it's been hurting me now for 8 weeks, and I can't hardly sit or stand for long periods of time or walk. And there's a definite lump there. So I went and seen my urologist, and he wasn't there, but the person who is the representative for the inner stem, she was there, and she said, she showed me, it looks kind of like it's the battery I'm feeling on the inner stem. I didn't know they put it into your spine. So the electrical impulses go up through your spine. But the battery itself kind of looks like a hearing aid. And the top of the hearing aid is what I'm feeling and what's hurting me. And she said he had moved it up several inches into my back. So she said he might have to move it to the other side if the leads are long enough, or he might have to move it back down a little bit, because I didn't have problems with it before. The battery was just wearing out. So this new battery, I'm really hoping they say they don't have to take it out, because I don't want Botox put into my bladder. That's the only other treatment they can give you. And there's a big, if you have Botox, there's a certain percentage that the Botox won't work, and I'll be on a catheter until the Botox wears out, which is in 6 months. And there is no way I'm carrying around a catheter. There's just not. I will just do something else. I'll just go without, I guess. But hopefully he can move it down. She called it moving it into another pocket. So I'm hoping that will happen there. I was also going to talk about my, let's see, do I have something else in here I was going to show you? No. I was going to also show you, look at all these colors I have to do for that year, hands-on designs year. There's all the colors, and it is a lot of colors. So there it is. So also, I was going to talk about the audiobooks I finished. I am on one called, I finished up Souls of Lost Lake. It was really, really good. If you can get that on audio, it's well worth listening to. It kept me guessing the whole time, and I would have never guessed. I knew it had to be somebody close, but I didn't know who it was. And right now, I'm doing one by, I don't remember her name. I think it might be Kristen Hanna. I'm not sure, but it's called Shelterwood. It just came out, and it is really good so far. I've been listening to it while I did my puzzles and my Legos, and just if I'm baking something or making my sourdough bread or whatever I'm doing, I listen to it. And so far it's been pretty good. I mentioned last time, the end of May, that we had gone to Alabama and a lady had given us 3 birds. And one of the birds was a sulfur crested cockatoo named Mango. And he was 30 years old. And 3 days after we got him, he was walking around, he was talking, he was following us around. He's the cutest little thing. But 3 days afterwards, my husband went to uncover them from, we cover them at night. He had passed away. He didn't have a lot of feathers because he was stressed a whole lot. When they become stressed, especially cockatoos, they start picking at themselves. And he picked a blood feather. We call it a blood feather, which means it's a feather that's not ready to come out. It still has a blood source to it. And he had picked it and he passed away because he bled to death. And we didn't know he had done that because we had him covered at night. And so that was really sad. And I had to call the lady and tell her, and she was just crying, and I was crying, and that's awful when I have to do that. That was just, she had had him all her life. All his life. And it just made me sick. So, but we still have the 2, and Ollie is doing much better. He stepped up on me the other day and came and watched me do my Legos, and then he wanted to go back to his cage, and he's a double yellowhead Amazon. And then the little Quaker, I just loved her. Her name is Lilu, and she decided she's going to be ugly now. And David got her, and he put her on my shoulder yesterday, and she bit me pretty bad right here. I have a red mark where she bit me. She just nipped me, and she made me so mad. I hate it when they bite. And then our little Indian ringneck baby, we have 2. One is Bingo, and the other one's Sweetie. Sweetie, we didn't think we thought she would she just was really behind, and she was not trying to perch or do anything. And we thought about putting her down because her legs were not working. And so we went ahead and just let her be. And she's come out of it, and she started perching. And so we're so excited about that because she's so pretty. And then, this is horrible. But last month we were in Petco, and they had a thing of 3 parakeets that were together, and they were older, and I think they said they were like almost 10. And anyways, all 3 passed away, except for 2 of them passed away, and one was and then my English budgie passed away, and I knew he was older too. They were all rescues. So the only one left is Sweetie, or not Sweetie, her name is Tweety Bird, and she's a little sad. She's all by herself. And so I'm going to have to look for another parakeet for her. But she's a real sweet little bird. You just can't handle her. She'll bite you. Those little hook beaks, when they're little like that, they're worse than a parrot because they have a hook on their end of their beaks and to crack seeds. And boy, they get that in your skin, and it hurts so bad. I also want to talk about, the last thing I want to talk about is my new TikTok. It's called Nana's Reading Corner, and I'm dedicating it to my granddaughters. and any future grandchildren that I have. So far, I've had 2 TikToks. They've done very well. I got the idea from my friend Angie, and she has a floss tube. It's called Cross Stitching Time. And she gave me the idea, and I'm really enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun reading little books, like I'm reading to my grandchildren. A lot of people have liked it. So if you're interested, you can go see me at Nana's Reading Corner on TikTok. So I guess that will be just about the end of my floss tube this time. It's been a little different, I know. Usually I have a lot to say, but the word for this year is, my word for this year is peace. And I'm going to use the quote that I used the last time on my last floss tube, because I think it really, it has inspired me to rethink how I'm thinking, and it's given me a lot of peace. I do pray a lot. The Lord brings peace to my heart. If you don't believe that way, well, that's fine. Everybody's welcome on my channel. So right now, there's not a lot of peace in our country and around the world, but I choose to keep my mind set. And this quote is really, like I said, helped me. And the quote is, peace is the result of retraining your mind to process life as it is rather than how I think it should be. And I think a lot of people need to retrain their minds. And that quote was by Wayne Dyer. I need to look him up, see who he is, but I really like that. It's retraining your mind to process life as it is, not how we want it to be. And I would love to have to see my grandchildren again, but I've got to retrain my mind that, life is how it is right now. And someday it will change, but rather than fretting and having anxiety, and because I have innate anxiety, I'm trying to retrain my mind to accept life as it is right now. This is just a season of life. And so if you're going through a season of strife and anxiety, remember this, retrain your mind to accept life as it is right now. And that should bring peace to your heart and mind. And I hope you have a wonderful Father's Day, if your father's still alive. And any future trips or celebrations that you have. And I will talk to you later. Bye. Here's our other babies we've been talking about. This one's a little girl, and she's 8 weeks old. Hello. I think this one's name is Jenny. And then this one is little Georgie, and he's 4 weeks old. Say hi, Georgie. There's Georgie. And here's Mama Posy. She's coming to see what's the matter. Oh, Georgie, it's okay. Oh, he was born a day before the puppies. So we need to get him back to Mama. I hope. Hello, everybody. I thought I'd show you a couple puppies. These are the puppies that my dog Layla had. And here they are. This one is Jaina, and this one's Zane. And they are so sweet. They're 4 weeks old yesterday. Aww. Say hello, Jaina. Say hello. Say hello, Zane. And they're very laid back. They're very tiny. Mama's only 5 pounds and Daddy's 5 pounds. And I think this is our only litter that they haven't had some white on them, or some silver. Daddy's silver and Mama's cream. Say hello. I hope you like them.